You know, we use it every single day, often without even thinking about it. But have you ever stopped to consider the surprising power of the number 10 in the English language? It's so much more than just a digit. It's like a key that unlocks a whole world of meaning.
So, really, why 10? What is the big deal? Well, it turns out this simple number is way more than just a digit. It's kind of a cornerstone of our language, a mental shortcut we all use to express some surprisingly complex ideas about value, probability, and even wisdom.
Okay, let's start with value. I want you to think about the number 10 as like a linguistic ruler. Seriously. On one end, it can measure something as totally worthless, and on the other, something as absolutely priceless.
And this shows that incredible range perfectly, doesn't it? An idea that's 10 a penny is so common it's practically worthless. But then, bam, when something grows tenfold, its value has just exploded. It's the same number, pulling double duty at complete opposite ends of the spectrum. How cool is that?
But 10 isn't just about the extremes. It can also define a very precise and often very important slice of the pie. And this brings us to the 10%er.
Oh yeah, you've definitely heard this term in movies, right? A 10%er is that agent who takes their classic 10% commission. See, in this case, 10 isn't about massive or minimal value. It's about a precise, agreed-upon share. It's the cut that makes the whole deal happen.
Now let's swing all the way to the complete opposite end of the financial spectrum. What's the most creative way to say you have absolutely zero money? The answer is just pure linguistic genius. You're broker than the 10 commandments. I mean, come on, that's fantastic wordplay, isn't it? The commandments were literally broken, and if you're broker, you're completely out of cash. It's the ultimate, almost poetic expression of being penniless.
So, the big takeaway here is that in just a few idioms, the number 10 gives us a complete framework for talking about money and value, all the way from overflowing abundance to a total lack of it.
And this idea of a scale just keeps going, because 10 isn't just for measuring value, it's also the yardstick we use for probability and judgment. It's how we place our bets, not with chips, but with words.
You've been there, right? So sure something was going to happen, you'd actually bet on it? Well, there's a perfect idiom for that exact feeling, and it comes straight from the racetrack.
Saying 10 to 1 it'll rain means you're giving it incredibly high odds. You're so confident you'd put money on it 10 times before you'd bet against it once. It's our verbal signal for a near certainty.
But what if your confidence isn't just a gut feeling? What if it's based on cold, hard experience? Yep, you guessed it. There's an idiom for that too.
9 times out of 10. See the difference? This one implies a proven track record. It suggests that based on all the available evidence, this is the most likely outcome. It's less of a bet and more of a solid observation.
Okay, let's switch gears a bit from probability to pure judgment. When we want to signify the absolute best of the best, what kind of list do we always make?
The top 10, of course. Making it into a top 10 list is a definitive statement of quality and popularity. We use it to rank everything, right? From songs to movies to vacation spots. It's the universal seal of excellence.
But what if something isn't just excellent? What if it's flawless? What if it's absolutely perfect? That's when you give it a 10 out of 10. It's the ultimate score. It means there's literally no room for improvement, no flaws to be found. It's absolute perfection. Period.
So 10 helps us measure value in probability, but it goes even deeper. It's woven into idioms that give us advice and offer timeless wisdom, the kind of rules you can actually live by.
Take this famous quote. It brilliantly uses that base 10 structure of percentages to deliver a powerful truth. A great idea is just the small start. The real work, the 90%, is all the effort you put in. All right, now for some very direct advice on what not to do. When you need to communicate total and complete avoidance, there's no better phrase than this one. Saying you wouldn't touch something with a 10-foot pole is so visual. It's not just any pole. It's a 10-foot pole. That specific length emphasizes just how much distance you want to keep. It's a non-negotiable warning to stay far, far away. Our final idiom is a piece of wisdom so simple it's profound, and it's most useful right when you're about to lose your cool.
The advice to count to 10. What's so brilliant here is that it's not really about the numbers. It's about the action itself, the deliberate pause. It's a universally understood piece of wisdom for regaining self-control before you say or do something you'll definitely regret.
Which brings us right back to our big question. Why 10?
It's so deeply embedded in how we think and speak. Could the answer trace all the way back to something as fundamental as the 10 fingers on our own 2 hands? I mean, the basis for our entire system of value, probability, and wisdom might have been with us all along? That's a fascinating thought.